Okay, we are now going to look graphically at the labor-leisure choice problem. I've got my two goods. On the horizontal axis is leisure, and on the vertical axis is consumption. I am assuming that the time endowment is 24, and when there's no wage income, this corner point on the budget line is 24.0, and the only variable that you get to select is the wage. So let's watch what happens when I raise the wage to the other axis, and just look at the axis for the moment. Don't worry about the point here. Raising the wage allows you to have more consumption if you were to take all that leisure time and work with it, and likewise lowering the wage lowers this intercept. So this is 0 leisure, and the wage times 24 dollars worth of consumption. So that's budget line is given by this blue line. I have three indifference curves here. Here's a low one, here's a high one in purple, and the red one is the one that's tangent to the budget line at the optimal point. This dashed line here is the price consumption curve as I vary the wage, or as I lower the price of consumption. And what you'll notice here is that that price consumption curve has an odd shape. So let's make the wage very low for a second. Let's lower it. And at very low wages, as I raise the wage, I have less leisure, more consumption. So as I raise the wage, I have more labor supply. Eventually, however, I reach a point where I'm actually having a lot of labor supply and not much leisure, and then thereafter the curve bends the other way, and what one gets actually is that labor supply starts to decline in the wage at higher wages. This is perfectly okay. This is what's happening because this is a cross price effect. That is, the raise in the wage is really just a fall in the price of consumption, and the effect on leisure can go either way depending on whether consumption demand is elastic or inelastic. Let's now move to look at the same picture, but now we're in labor supply space. So here we have the hourly wage on this axis, and here we have labor supply. Again, let me lower the wage, and as long as it's lower than about this amount, further lowering of the wage reduces labor supply. So labor supply slopes up at low wages, which is sensible, but you reach this wage around 640, I think, and then thereafter, if you raise the wage, actually labor supply is being reduced. We call this backward bending labor supply here. I should have done that. And backward bending labor supply happens again because raising the wage is really lowering the price of consumption, and the question again is whether is consumption elastic or inelastic in its demand. Okay, that's all there is to it.